some might be Bluetooth faxed and they might be interfering with their frequency. So when they come by, it kind of interrupts. So this reading is for the month of December 2024, 2020. I keep wanting to say that. It's the 18th of the month of December, and we're going into Solstice, bringing in the new sun, and according to Christmas next week. And I already have 2 cards that fell. Well, it's a good package. It's actually 3. And as I was mentioning how much I really like these cards because they've been used and just perfect for me, right? And maybe I should kind of bring it over here a little bit more. And right, so then we have the month of December and the new year to come, January, and then we'll just see where it goes. Okay, so this is a new card, and for some reason I have 2 here in the front. So why don't we do December being these 2? And what we have here is the Dragon Taro. The Dragon Taro, and it's really interesting, by Roger and Linda Garland, illustrations by Nigel Suckling. And well, I like it. I still have the Lemuria and Beyond Lemuria here because I didn't know which one to take. And so we have the 9 of Cups and the Ace of Swords. That is good. That's a great balance when you think about it. So the 9 of Cups, well, I can just, 9 of Cups is, so this is my first time going in here. So what would that be? 9 of Cups, 2 of Swords. We have Ace of Swords, so let's go there. Let's read the Ace of Swords. Let's make things easy. So upright, the Ace of Swords signifies triumph through strength and determination, particularly in the intellectual or inventive spheres. It marks the beginning of a fresh era, a promotion perhaps, or some other kind of advancement. A danger of the intellectualism symbolized by sword is that it can be applied equally to right and wrong causes, so you need to examine your true motives with care. So, but, you know, it's not reversed, but even it says the Ace of Swords represents danger and the possible collapse of your dreams through arrogance and insensitivity. But it must be remembered that often grim endings are needed before fresh beginnings planned for the long term. So I suppose it's for the month of December. It's just so amazing, this one, you know, and then how you turn it around and you make it into the Ace of Swords signifies triumph and strength, okay? And so from there, we're gonna go into the cups. We have the Wands, Pentacles. I suppose the cups were on this side. The Legend Man. So we got into Swords. Where the cups are here. Trying to find the cups. Wands, Pentacles. It doesn't have cups. No, it doesn't have any cups. Oh, wow. So the Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, Emperor, 5 of Cards. So I guess the Ace, the 9 of Cups, for me, what it signifies is that it's the last number, 9, and I see 9 as a completion. I see 9 as the completion of, oh, here we go, Cups. 5 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 9 of Cups. Oh, so for them here, 9 of Cups, it says, according to this book, victory and success again come your way as several long-held dreams come true. Share your good luck with others and it will be multiplied. This is a good time for looking forward and making fresh plans for the future because your confidence will be infectious. Several new and stimulating friends are likely to enter your life. Okay? So I also see it as completion because you have all 9 cups full here, right? I would suppose. I guess it's up to you whether they're full, but if they're 9, they're obviously complete or ready for, to receive something in there, right? So there, it's pretty good because it's that of love and nurturing yourself and being totally completed with that inner work, you see? So perhaps, unless it's reversed, and then it says your success is limited by miscalculation, imperfections, and carelessness, complacency, and an exaggerated sense of your importance spoil what should otherwise be a time of celebration, alienating many who would otherwise support you. So it's all up to us, and this was in the upright, which means victory and long-held dreams come true. And for us to share, because we have already completed within ourselves, we are now considered wholesome, and we can descend into that other reality, 9, right? And obtain that more physical things, you see, and be ready for them, because we have our cups here. And so, all right, so we did that, and now we're going into, I have the Ace of Swords here, but then I have this one here too, the 7 of Swords. Oh, God. Go back into the 7 of Swords again. 7 of Swords is, come on, really loud. Okay. Upright, which it is, and it's hope appears after a long struggle. But keep your guard up. You face opposition to your plans, and it would be wise to learn its source, but you can achieve your aims if you persevere, and be certain of your facts. Avoid direct confrontation. However, instead, let your ideas speak for themselves. And in reverse, it's you face a setback to your plans and even face possible betrayal by a partner or a business colleague. However, don't allow yourself to become disinterested, disheartened by the negative behavior. Seek advice from those who have been through what you are facing now. So you can take it in a positive or you can take it in a negative. And then we have the Hierophant. 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 And the Hierophant. So we're getting into January now. These 2 cards. The first week of January is the Hierophant. And then the second is the 4 of Wands. And this was like something to be wary of in the transition. Like these 7 of Swords is what we will have to be wary of come January to into February. Like, okay, the transition into a new year. And now the Hierophant is what we're entering into the month of January. Okay, that first couple of weeks. And the Hierophant represents a leader of established religion. It is the natural counterpart of the High Priestess, but it has formal and even political power that often blinds it to the spiritual values that it guards. While often providing real community comfort to its followers. Obsession with obsession with its story and tradition often blinds it to new spiritual developments. So that could be you, right? And upright meaning is providing comfort, security, the wisdom of the ages, and generosity in others' time of need are among the many virtues of the higher Orphant that make it someone or something to turn to in troubled times. But inflexibility, a lack of openness to change can often negate these virtues. Too great a reverence for the past can become hostility toward all change. And then the higher Orphant symbolizes an obstacle to growth. It can also indicate marriage or other lasting union. Reversed, it is reversed, it would be like this, right? And that would be the Hierophant becomes unconventional but also weak, gullible and unreliable. In a spread, this card often indicates a need for unconventional solutions. But many warn of treachery from colleagues and superiors. Postpone long-term commitments until the situation clears. So, but it was this way, so that's what this is. And then we go into the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands. And Cups, now we found Cups. So the Four of Wands upright, it is now time for a well-deserved rest and the enjoyment of good company. Your plans were well laid, so you can allow yourself to bask for a while as you see your ideas take shape in reality. This could also be a good time to consider moving house or formalizing a romantic attachment. Enjoy this time, but don't allow complacency to creep in. And reversed, oh, see how that is. Lack of cooperation from partners is likely to take the edge of life's pleasures just now, but be patient and persevering. It is not a serious problem, just one that requires tact, diplomacy, and a sense of your own worth, right? So it's the higher Orphant. It just wanted to come here again. So this is basically the higher Orphant as the theme into the new year, and then we go into the Four of Wands. That was for the January, and then we creep into February, and that cusp, you know, February, New Year, January from the old Seven of Swords, as we did. And then these are for the month of December. So maybe we can clarify with one of these cards here, the month of December and the month of January and the month and the month of February. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this book then. So, I had a couple of cards here. Don't know what that was about. So we have the Earth, and then we have radical expansion, but radical expansion was upside down. This is for the month of January. And radical expansion is number 40. Let's see. Radical expansion living and loving at full capacity, being unapologetically you, you know, and self-expression, boldness, having a voice, taking up space, expansion, empowerment, owning your true power, being visible in the world, having fun with your magnificence, letting go of judgment, creative exploration, radical ways of being. Oh, but it was upside down, so let's see, upside down. Oh, considering, so if it was upside down, it is a time for expansion, divinatory meaning, but have fun unleashing who you are as a bold and radical. So it would be the opposite, I suppose, of what it's saying. So what would it be like to live, love, and feel at full capacity? Do you imagine what it would be like? This card is about being truly and unapologetically you. The gift you think are too bold for this world, and those heartfelt experiences as you believe you should hold back on, might just light someone up. The physical self-expression that you dull down so you fit in, and those dreams that seem too vast, could be precisely what the world is wanting for. So maybe it's the opposite. Maybe that's not what the world wants at this moment, and maybe this is the time where we feel like we are physically unable to express, and we feel pretty dull about it and very depressed, and and the ability to dull down so that we can fit in. Fitting in is going to be, we're going to have a rude awakening come January, it says. There's going to be a rude awakening between the transition of January to February. So, mighty huge awakening. It's going to be like, but we're going to feel a very, very oppressed come January, the end of January. It's going to be really oppressive. But it's going to be the extreme that will knock everybody into awareness, that will give everybody a jolt back into life, I suppose, into the, hey, we got to start living. And what is it that we feel right to take up space? Do we feel like we're taking up space? That we have to shrink and capsize? Our auras can expand and manifold, but we often choose to keep them right to our bodies, maybe for safety. But what is the construct in which we have imprisoned ourselves in? Where does this subtle or not so subtle shame come from? What is it that we feel ashamed? Why not dance around most beautiful dance, dress in a way that makes us feel magnificent, and sing so our voices are heard? So something about not being heard even when we're out there voicing, being vocal, but the algorithms are not allowing for us to be seen or heard, and we're being separated from each other. And what the paradigm of our judgment in others can help us expand into authentic expressions, or would it do the opposite? We may not be aware of the thoughts that were imprinted in us from a young age. Through our parents, teachers, society, and the media, separation and limitation begin with your beliefs. So around what is acceptable. So what is acceptable? What is not acceptable? Connection and possibility come through owning your power and embracing your responsibility to be more visible in the world, to not shy away from life. It is time for radical ways of being and thinking, and you can start by granting yourself the freedom and creativity to be you. Having a voice is essential for power to shift back to individuals and communities outside of prescribed normality. It is time to unleash your inner rainbow dragon and unapologetically claim your heart-based empowerment and radiantly unconventional gifts and to have fun with it. So this divination, you can be as big as your energy wants to be. Stop and consider anything that is holding you back. What's holding us back? So give us a slip that permits us, a permission slip that allows us to let go of limiting stories and take up all the space that we need. So let's have fun unleashing who we are, rather. As bold and radical as some of us ideas or offerings might be, who is to say they are not what the world is waiting for, what the world wants? They don't know. They're just all programmed into thinking what it is they want, 50% of it anyway. And the rest is them maybe, being in conflict with it or protesting or doing rebellious acts towards it or, not totally being able to embrace something that's a variation of what their true authentic self is. So take note, any judgment of authentic expression towards yourself or others, be mindful that creatively exploring unrefined expression may be what is needed right now. Remember to center yourself in your heart and be the masterpiece your soul always wanted you to be. So it's up to us to whether we want to have it in reverse. So this is the middle of January that goes right into February, first week of February, middle of January, okay? And then we have to make a radical change. And right now we're just in the earth aspect of December, January, okay? And this earth aspect is number 14. Maybe I'll do another reading again, but right now we're just doing December, January, and a little into February. By Valentine's, I'll probably be doing another one, if anything, and for this new year that's coming, right? And so number 14 is the earth. This is right now, December, going into first couple of weeks of January or something. So looking after the planet, the ebb and flow of life, the loving embrace of Mother Nature, the natural beauty of death and decay, the macrocosm, time in nature, ancestors grow through weathering storms, nurturing self and heart, so you may flourish. No one can hold us the way nature can. So Mama Nature is a powerful healer and transmuter of dense energies we may be holding on to, just as she takes in our both breath and returns our bones to fertile soil, so too can she transform our woes if we can allow ourselves to surrender to lie in her grassy arms or be embraced by her branches, just as plastics and oils cannot be broken down in the earth for renewal. When our emotions become hardened and impenetrable, catalyzed into something more destructive, they cannot be transformed into the compost that we grow from. So experiences we may categorize as good or bad are a part of life. Death and rebirth are part of the natural cycle that allows for the continuation of life. Creating something through suppression and control that will not break down will only bring us further out of harmony. So it's kind of compatible and resonates in further expanding with the rest of the story for this new year and old year coming to halt and collapsing and rebuilding into the new year and solstice. And so we're going into this death and rebirth thing, right? So creating something through suppression and control that will not break down, will only bring us further out of harmony, right? So if we try to be something we're not, and we try to be in the fakery of things to please others or what others might be imprinting on us, and over exaggerate that and mimic that and be a falseness to ourselves and others, that starts not becoming so much of a joke or be as funny anymore. Yeah. So again, these themes are, nature is all around us. Even if we're in the snow and winter, we can also go internally and like buy ourselves some beautiful roses. Notice how that when we feel like no one else can hold us, she can spend as much time in nature as possible, or just bring nature in, right? Like we do with the Christmas trees or holiday trees or spruce trees or something to mark the new year. And so grounding, anything that we can do to finding our roots, reliability, physical healing, nurture, solid foundations, fertility, vitality, all these are coming up, we're coming to a transformation, transmutation, transfiguration. And yes, so the fire within the earth, right? And the form that we kind of descend from the number 9, as it were. What was it? The 9 of Cups, right? And so in the earth. And then we have another one more here. Furied and feathered friends, number 27. So number 27 is the last card that I'm giving for this reading. Okay. Ethical consumption, making a difference through our food choices, caring for all beings, animals, environmental awareness, doing the best we can, animal spirit guides. Animals are intuitive and sacred beings that walk the earth beside us. They are the wisdom keepers of many earth traditions and some of our most loving companions. They have much to teach us, and yet the way some species are treated is quite unbelievable. As we become more empathic, right, and our own family and community sphere, we start to see other beings and the quality of their lives as interconnected and equal. We may be inspired to align our actions with our compassion to minimize the harm we do to the planet and all her inhabitants. So we'll start waking up come February, right? And this is going to start to accumulate and recalibrate and recapitulate back into form. And what contains that form from within, that's us, that's creating that form, that energetic imprint of our authentic self, and the permission slips that we give to allow ourselves to be expressive in who we really are and what we really offer, and our passion to what it is we want to radiate out and then receive back in equally, right, as it's saying here, in a very more connected telepathic way that animals do, that we will start awakening to that form of communication with each other, if we haven't already, through the crutches of AI, artificial intelligence. We're already stepped into it. And so as humans are evolving and moving to a lighter consciousness, our bodies may struggle to digest what was once healthy and fortifying. Also, when we are doing the work spiritually, we may feel more sensitive to things that don't fit with our values anymore. So, yeah, these values, when we take on the energy of a product that has suffered and suffering imbued in it, no matter how good it tastes, or even how organic it is, we may notice a lowering of our vibration as it challenges our spiritual integrity. Yeah, we're gonna feel like we're crying, like after a good meal when a lion's had its meal. Or what does it do? It cries. The whole kingdom hears it crying and crying. And so, yeah, it's a form of transmutation. You do feel that infusion of one energy with another combining and mixing together, alchemically. And that is not to say that there's one way of living and eating that everyone should adopt, but this message is about doing the best we can within our circumstances. It is not always possible to access nutritious or locally produced alternatives, however. Yeah. So after the Christmas holidays and all the feasts and all that, we're gonna have to, we might not feel as healthy, right? So we're gonna have to be more aware of what we consume, even as consumers. And we do have the power to push for change by choosing how and where we spend our money. See? So when it comes to consumption, we have many more options in the West than did previous generations. Unfortunately, this variety has had a detrimental impact and on the whole need to eat more plant-based foods to address endemic health issues. So, as the false food pyramids fall away, they reveal themselves as misinformative marketing tools of the meat industry. We can let go of this falsehood and choose nourishment that is sustainable, healthy, and inspiring. Also be aware of environmental factors such as land clearing and water use. Once you start to scratch the surface, you will discover alarming and eye-opening truths about food production. There is no need to be dogmatic about making a shift, but do what you can. It does make a difference. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of our own lives contribute in some way to that happiness and to that freedom for all. And so this was by a Sanskrit prayer, Loka Samosta Shukino Bhavantu. Okay. And the divinatory meaning, look at how you choose to nourish your physical body and your ethics and reasoning surrounding your food choices. Where possible, explore fortifying, filling, and nourishing alternatives. Your body and energy will thank you for it. This card also signifies a strong animal energies that could mean working more closely with an animal spirit guide or bringing a four-legged companion into your life. You may have a greater awareness of the wisdom of the animals that you encounter and what their traits or messages mean to you. Yeah, so some might be into, I know for me, I've been like totally into horses lately, so that's one thing for me. It's totally helping me to connect to the rest of nature and the world and everything and everyone around me. And whereas before I felt a little more disconnected. And so that's my four-legged creature for this year and next year. And I hope that you've enjoyed this reading from the old into the new, and then see where we can take it with the next reading. Thank you so very much. God bless. And happy holidays, happy new year, and more to come, and each and every day as it keeps on getting better. And how does it get better than this? Thank you.